What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Oh my God, you hear the people in the background?
What a party.
Yeah, seriously. One that we didn't get invited
All
to.
the Hot Tub Podcast listeners, they're just clamoring to be a part of the show.
Welcome to it, the podcast. We are Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. And Brady has another question that we got from one of the streaming services.
Yeah.
Right?
Donnie left this one for us. Would you take something that removes your body's need for sleep if it was given to you?
No.
Say that again?
Would you take something that removes your body's need for sleep if it was given to you? Like a pill, I guess? Like
If you didn't have to sleep. Well, there are drugs that do that.
It's called meth, Donnie.
Yeah. No, but I get what they're saying because it's not something that's going to keep you up.
So if it wasn't bad for your health.
Right. So it
You
removes
just stay
the need for
right.
sleep. So you're not harming yourself. You're just not sleeping,
It
and so
depends.
your days are getting way longer.
Is there a new season of Below Deck out?
At some point, if you're a fan of this show, the podcast, Jenny, you must almost be done watching these episodes.
Surprised. Do you know how many different spin-offs Below Deck has?
Sadly, you
It's
do.
amazing.
So many.
Yes.
So many.
Yeah.
But Jenny, you've been crushing them, and still you still have some left. I don't know.
I have other shows I watch in between, Brady.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I wouldn't. I enjoy sleep.
Oh, you're talking about the pill.
I'm going back to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy sleep, and I like doing it.
Yeah, but every now and then you can
I
just
like
not
sleep too.
take
Yeah.
the pill, though, and sleep, right?
See, that's the thing. I think if it was like if you were having such a great time, you're on vacation, you wanted to, I don't know, do whatever. Like once in a while, sure, there are times where I'm like, man, I wish I had the energy to stay awake for this. Like New Year's. So like something.
Or, like a 7:30 movie.
Exactly. That's it. But no, overall, I love the idea of getting into bed, resting, having a reset, getting up, having it be the next day. It sounds like
that
I'm a
too.
really depressing day. I'm just trying to escape everything. That's not it.
No, man, I'm taking the pill.
I know you are. I know you are.
Why? Sleep is nothing. Sleep is just like nothingness. Why would I want that when I can live life and
You
go
have
and do
FOMO
things?
all the time,
Of
Brady.
course.
Yeah.
I also picture Jenny under a blanket crying. I'm sorry to hear that.
Meanwhile,
Not often.
Brady is going to turn 40 and look like a ringed out sponge. It's just
A sponge that lived a life, you know?
A sponge.
yeah.
That's nothing to aspire
No,
to,
it's
Brady
not.
That's a
Jones.
sponge filled with memories and happiness and joy
Yeah.
and life. Not
sweet
below
sponge.
deck, although I do love below deck.
I mean, we are all counting down the days till Brady and his wife have a baby.
Oh, man.
Because it will be the biggest game changer of this
Yeah.
man's
Oh,
life.
That
yeah.
baby is going to learn how to party.
Yeah. We'll see.
You can call him SpongeBob.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, let's get going with the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
The Bartow, Pennsylvania Volunteer Fire Department recently rescued a man at the Gettysburg National Military Park after he got stuck inside a porta potty.
In there.
Oh, that's
Of all the
disgusting.
places.
In there.
I guess high winds caused a tree to fall on top of it.
Oh,
yeah. First
Yikes.
responders cut the tree with a chainsaw and then used another saw to open up the porta potty.
Oh,
But of all the places to
That's
be
terrible.
trapped.
It's bad.
That's disgusting.
That's like my greatest fear is being in a porta potty when it falls.
Yeah.
Oh, and everything getting all over
Oh,
I mean,
Okay.
you'd hope it was, somewhat clean-ish and that the tank didn't rupture or anything like
Well,
that.
this is what I'm assuming. Like it probably, if a
Maybe.
tree's hitting it, there's stuff coming up.
I have a weird scenario. So let's say, like, we're all single.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's say you're out on a first date with somebody, and somebody said, "Oh, I was in a porta potty just the other day, and it fell over, and everything went on me." Would you go on a second date? See, I don't think I would. It's
Really?
too soon. Like, no, it's just.
I feel
it's
like they maybe showered.
No, I feel like they want to. I want to get them tested or something. Like that would just be
No. I think-
disgusting.
See, I agree. I know what you're saying, but it's been a few days, and if I didn't know that before they told me that, then I feel like they're probably fine. I'd be okay with it. I also think what a horrible experience. But
Also, what a
Oh,
weird
God.
call to even share that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Well,
come on, that's a pretty
it to yourself.
noteworthy
yeah, you tell that
event
story.
in
It's
your
a,
life.
I mean, it's
yeah.
it's quite a story. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with
Like
it.
your date's Friday night, and this happened on Wednesday. They tipped over.
Yeah,
they
I'm
were in there
feeling
for
really
like an
bad
hour.
for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
But bye. It was wonderful meeting you.
No, I think I'm okay.
At the
I'm
very
good with
least,
it.
when I go in for a hug, I'm taking a whiff.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
Yeah,
are.
you
You
might
want to
whiff.
make sure.
Yeah, I
And
want to
what,
make
what
sure.
if you think you smell something because it's in your mind,
I know
right?
what you're saying, because let's even say it's not something bad. Like if what you smell is that
The blue stuff.
the blue stuff that they put in there,
Sure.
like is that enough to make you think?
And then do you say something? Do you be like, hey, you got to go home and shower with Vim because you're disgusting? Like, what
No,
do you
because
say?
you're going to
No.
wonder, is what you're smelling the blue stuff in the porta potty, or are you still smelling their like soap that they cleaned off with? You don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're giving a second date rush?
I'm okay with it because it doesn't smell bad. I mean, if someone just said, "Hey, look what just happened to me now. Want to get me a paper towel?" and they're fine with that, no, I'm done. Like, no. But
Jenny?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God. And Brady.
I mean, if they're like a great human and
Keep in mind
everything
they're
else,
stewing in this for like an hour, right? Until the
Yeah.
people can
Like
break
they're
them out, right?
marinating
Yeah,
in
they're
the-
marinating in
the
this.
sauce.
yes,
Yeah, it could still be like
Especially,
in their ears and stuff.
It's not good.
And for us, we're going out with a girl and she's had a dress on, and so everything's like, it's just,
it's not good.
but it's
No.
not their
No.
fault.
No.
That's
no,
the
it's not
thing,
their
right?
fault, but
no, if she's like, I love doing this, then that's a problem. Yeah.
I just say there's too many other people out there. I just
That haven't been stuck in,
Right,
in a
that
porta
haven't
potty.
been-
All right.
an October porta potty.
Tell them,
give
I'm
her,
just
like-
not there yet.
I'm
just not there yet.
I'm just not there.
What if you give her like an extra week to air out? You just give her
Yeah.
some extra time.
What,
Is there a
what do you
cutoff?
say though?
I'm busy.
I need to give you another week just to air out.
Okay, so
Can you open some windows?
So you're given this second chance, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he's bringing you back. Let's say things are moving along. Oh, on the way home, I just have to stop at the dry cleaner, and he picks up his clothes.
clothes that
They're
were in
clean,
the-
but that's just going to remind you of everything that you.
I feel like it's a weird call for him. Like he should have chucked the clothes.
Yeah, he's really embracing
That's
this thing
what
a
I'm
lot
questioning,
too.
yeah,
And, bringing it onto the date, which is weird. But, okay.
He's really
stopped
making it a thing.
Yeah.
On your way there. Why are you stopping with me on the way back?
So
Like,
how,
that to me
yeah.
how
bothers
mad
me more
would you
than
be
anything.
that you didn't like after 3 or 4 dates?
Yeah.
They didn't tell you that it happened that recently. Shouldn't they have told you?
No,
this?
you can understand why you don't share that story.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you get intimate, I need to know that story.
Okay, here's
I
a question
need
then.
to know that
Okay,
story.
so it happened 3 days ago. You say you need
Yeah.
to know that story. Okay, what if it was 2 weeks ago? Do you need to know?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Like, so
I'd
what?
to have a heads
How
up.
long do you? What if it was a
That
year
you're
ago?
marinating in feces.
Yeah.
I need to know that story.
I don't know. I mean, like if it's like a year,
I'm
do
with
you-
Mahler. You need to know that. Or otherwise, you're going to be wondering whether like fingertips are blue.
yeah.
Or like the dye. Or- yeah, that's
So at what time? How long is the period where it's okay that they don't tell you?
I don't know. Like I told you, I'm out after the first date, man.
So if it happened,
I'm not even waiting for dessert.
no. Like let's say,
so
let's say
that person's just tainted for you forever.
if she says
Yeah.
20 years
no.
ago this happened to me, you're still out.
Well, listen, hang on. I know the three of you very well.
Yeah.
And if there was a coworker we knew this happened to, and they came in here and said, "Oh, here's some sheets," and they left, you go, "There's the porta potty girl."
I mean, it
you
is always her thing. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You,
You
don't
can't escape
shake
that.
that.
No.
You're
Come
right.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden I'm going to tell you, oh, and by the way, you also have to sleep with her. Oh, thanks.
I'm not sleeping with
Yeah.
porta potty patty. That's not
Porta potty.
Porta potty.
This is not going to happen.
That's the worst name you could have gone.
Porta potty patty. It's hard to say.
It is.
It is.
Porta potty.
Porta potty patty.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
My God, I hate splitting up the hot tub.
Oh,
What now?
It happens. It happens.
It does. I have this hypothetical that's been trending online.
Mhm. Okay.
And please do not jump in with your answer right away. Think about it.
Okay.
Even though I think I know the three of you pretty well, that I already know your answers.
Okay.
Okay.
But let's see. That should almost be the game, like, if I could guess.
Yeah.
What you guys
Yeah.
would say. All right, so these Mega Million lotteries that are going on in the U.S., they're $1 billion almost every week
Exactly.
now.
It seems that way,
It's
yeah.
It's a lot of
crazy.
money, right? So
Yeah.
that maybe that's why this is trending. Here is the question du jour. That's French.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, for the day.
Yeah. Brady left me a note. Say, use du jour.
Yeah, and you did. You did. You did it well.
Can you tell Brady I did?
I will,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Would you rather, please hold your answers, have a 100% chance of winning $1 million?
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, you get $1 million. Or a 75% chance at winning $100 billion. Oh. I can't believe the internet is torn on this one.
Oh, that's easy.
But they polled like 1,500 people, and one did win over the other by a slim margin. So do you think more people chose and then I'll ask you personally,
Right.
do you think more people chose the $1 million guarantee or the 75% chance of winning $100 billion?
Well, now you see, the more I think about it, I don't know.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah.
It is, actually.
I think it'd be, well, I won't say anything. I'll tell you after. So, Rush, what do you think society said? Which way did they go?
I think they're going to 75%.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. 52%, and the other is 48.
So it's very close.
52% would risk it all to go for the $100
Okay.
billion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, would you, Rush, risk it all for the $100 billion?
See, the problem with this is I'm like, I see both sides of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, it'd be nice to have that money, but it's nice to have both of the money. Like,
Don't worry, it's only a 3-hour show.
yeah. $1 million is a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's
no,
very,
we
very
realize.
nice.
Yeah, thanks.
75%
Yeah.
is pretty high.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
it is,
average.
yeah.
Pass.
Okay, I'll answer while you think.
Yeah.
I am going to risk it. Yeah.
Wow.
You never risk it for the
I
biscuit.
wouldn't risk it, but I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit because I think you could change the world with $100 billion.
The
Yes.
thing
Yeah.
about risking
And-
it is you're not losing anything. This is the thing
This
about
is exactly
it. I mean,
it. So your life remains the same.
it's exactly
You're not
the same.
losing anything, and you have a chance at really making an impact.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because
can I-
again,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
Can I change the game though? Because to me, this is gonna sound so like everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, but $1 million isn't that much money.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now, if you did $10 million versus the 75% chance at $100 billion,
Yeah.
$10 million. I think
That
most
changes
people would
things.
That's
take.
different.
Yeah. So do you want to play the game with 10
Yeah.
million, or do you just want
I'm
to do
gonna
the 1
take the
million?
10 million, invest it properly, hopefully make some more money, and then be able to help. But at
Okay,
least
so
I
we're
know.
gonna change it then?
Okay.
Yes.
$10
Yeah,
million.
Yeah, I'm taking the 10 million.
10
Rush,
million. Yep.
10 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It's a completely different game
Yep.
with 10 million.
Right. It is
Yeah.
You
right.
changed the game.
Like
Yeah.
online, it should be more like $1 million. I know it's a lot of money.
I don't
I
know.
get it, but
see,
it's just
but see, the thing is, when it was $1 million, that was a tougher decision.
Yeah.
You made it an easy decision.
Yeah,
So
that's
I can
true.
see why they did it this
well,
way.
Yeah.
not for me. I'm still risking it.
Okay.
I am so risking that. 75%.
Yeah.
That is great odds, man.
Yeah.
For a lot of things in life, I told you have 75% chance
Yeah,
of whatever.
you're like,
You're taking
good.
that.
Let's change this now. The thing's the same. So it's 100% at $1 million, or 75% you get the $100 billion.
100 billion.
But so let's understand. So it's the 75% $100 billion, but the other option, you could lose everything if you don't get that.
Oh, then-
so
You're
25%
not
you lose
risking
everything
it.
you have.
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
You're still risking it?
losing.
Risking everything I own now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm not
No.
going to risk
Exactly.
that.
But 75% chance you're going to have the
No,
$100 billion.
This is what I go through with my wife all the time. We watch game shows
Mm-hmm.
like The Wall and all these things where she goes, "Oh, I couldn't bet all of that." And I said, "You're going into that game show with nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
None of this matters.
Doesn't change anything.
You have $0.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same as basically not getting picked to do the show. Is what it is. So if you're going in, but if you could lose your house and everything,
No,
with
I'm
a
not doing
75%
that.
chance, you're not doing that.
No.
Right.
Okay.
No, because I have the kids. I can't be that selfish upon myself.
Thought
to do
you
that.
were a
Exactly.
gambler. I guess not.
Not with them, but it was just me. Roll the
Absolutely.
dice,
Let it
baby.
ride, baby. Let it ride.
I'll sleep in a box.
But you guys all switched for 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1 million, you'd go for the 100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billion, 100
Yeah.
billion. But for $9 million more, you're going to give up the chance at $100
Yeah.
billion.
I am.
That's correct,
Yep.
yes.
You guys are crazy.
I don't think so.
You're so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly, does $5 million change that?
I'm
Like
gonna take the
halfway.
$5 million.
You're going to take the
Yeah,
5
I
mil.
think I would too, yeah, absolutely.
No, I think I would risk it at $5 million. Yeah, like what are you going to
Hey,
do with
money
$5
bags.
million? You'd be the like poorest rich man on the world. Like, you know,
Right.
like it's.
Yeah.
You know what? I am so proud of you right now, right? that if you did that, we would personally take you into our home.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
There you go.
I'm corrupting one member at a time.
You are, yes.
Well, and by the way, we'll ask Brady, but what do you think Brady would
He's
do?
risky.
He's risking
Brady's
it.
risking
For
it.
sure.
Yeah.
He's
There's
risking
no-
it no matter
For
what.
the $1 million?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You wouldn't have to finish the question. He's risking
Yeah,
it.
Really?
he's
Yes,
risking it.
absolutely.
He's risking it for 5 and he's risking
Yeah.
it for 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what I thought was I was right about Rush. I was right about Jenny. Ryan, I kind of thought you'd go that way. And you guys are right about Brady and I that we both risk
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would risk it more,
You.
myself or Brady?
Oh.
Probably
I think
Brady.
you.
Yeah.
See, I think it would be Mahler.
No, I
It's
think
me, man.
I think more. Again, you have other people that you're thinking about. Brady's.
Living his
Married,
best
yeah.
life.
Yeah. So no. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I live for this.
Hey, when you had a chance at losing everything, then you weren't. Then all of a sudden
Well,
you weren't
that's
gambling anymore.
different.
Yeah,
I
you're-
like my furniture. I don't want to lose it all.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right. Do you remember when you were a kid, you'd stay home and watch The Price is Right?
Yes.
If you had one of those air quote sick days from school.
Sally Jesse Raphael. Then The Price is Right.
The Price is
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was other game shows at the time, and sometimes the soaps like The Young and the Restless.
Oh yeah,
and all
for
that
sure.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The Young and the
Bold
Restless was
Beautiful.
later on in the day, though, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I
Yes, it was
watch
on
it.
usually at 4.
Yeah, I think Days of Our
4:30
Lives
maybe?
was on at 1.
Yes, yeah. There's always a devil. Somebody was always
That's right,
possessed.
yep.
It was exciting.
One possession.
Oh, I bet you there was
storyline.
more. I think the possession thing came up a few times.
Or it just lasted a really,
really long time, yeah.
Was that the one with like the doll / kid?
Yes.
No.
No, that
That was
was
Days of
that?
Our Lives.
No,
though,
that
wasn't
was
it?
no.
Passions,
Yes,
wasn't it?
Passions.
Yeah,
That's
Passions.
right. Good for
Passions
you.
wasn't on for a very long
No.
time, and it got really weird, and got canceled.
Was it? See, I didn't watch it. Deidre Hall, was she possessed
Yeah.
on
Yes.
Days of Our
Marlena.
Lives?
Yeah, and so was her
Marlena?
husband. Yeah. Oh God, you know.
I watched Days. I did watch
it?
that. Yeah.
Did you?
All right.
Weird.
I was a guiding light guy.
Oh.
Anyway, The Price is Right, by the way, still on today. Drew Carey still looking like some sort of homeless man hosting. The guy needs a beard trim and a nice suit that fits. and
Yeah.
I don't know. He
Yeah.
looks like a disheveled mess.
Really? See, I haven't watched it in years.
He doesn't look like a game show
He hasn't
host.
shaved
Really,
it, eh?
eh?
I thought he finally had shaved, but I guess not.
Maybe he has. I haven't seen it recently. But here's something you didn't know about The Price is Right. Okay, so they're apparently totally prepared in the event that a contestant's bladder goes rogue.
Oh.
What?
So a former producer says, quote, they had a system in place in case someone peed their pants.
Sure.
Now,
People get excited.
I never
Yeah.
saw it happen, but there were curtains and a blow dryer
No
and a pair of
way.
sweats just in case we had to get on with the show.
That's incredible. Wow, they really did think of everything.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Well, I mean,
Curtains and a blow
more
dryer.
disgusting if you don't have a plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess,
What
but
do you
it must
do?
have happened at some point
Somebody
for them to
peeing their
implement.
pants.
Yeah, to have a plan.
Because I guess maybe it's like a legal thing where someone actually gets onto the show, they have to play. Like if they like pee themselves, you can't just kick them off the show.
Yeah.
Right.
They like legally got on there and they
Yeah.
have the opportunity to win money.
Yeah.
It's all like lottery stuff, right?
That's right.
It's so regulated.
makes
You got to
sense.
clean them up.
Yeah.
Oh my!
That's
peeing
good
your
thinking.
pants on The Price
you
is
might
Right.
get that
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it can
I
happen.
feel like they film for like 5 hours, and I don't think they let anybody out for the bathroom, and that's probably more the buildup than the excitement level.
Oh, I think it's the excitement level. I think
or
when
a
people
combo of both, right?
Yeah. But I mean,
Have you guys ever been so excited in your life that you've almost peed
I've
yourself?
come close. Yeah,
no.
trying to remember times, but like I can remember being like excited, like oh my god, I have to pee. Like I'm gonna pee my pants. Like I can remember saying that.
I mean, it happens that like people like laugh so hard that they
Yeah.
pee their
oh
pants.
yeah,
right?
that's happened.
You peed
I
your
haven't
pants
peed my pants, but I've come very close. Like where I've been laughing so hard and you can't control it.
A little dribble.
Oh, I'm sure I've had a dribble.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
you can't, especially after kids, man. You try it, like, it's harder. You
Yeah.
ever, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I'll tell the story. I'm not ashamed. I was like, Rory was like 2, and it was my first time taking him to a trampoline park since I had given birth to him.
Oh no.
And so I go to jump on the trampoline with him. The first jump, I was like, oh my God. I had no idea. I had to work hard to get that back in shape. To not pee every time I jumped on a
I bet,
trampoline.
yeah.
It was a lot. I love trampolines.
Sorry, I'm being the dumb guy.
Yeah.
How do you get that back in shape?
Oh,
Like
you
how-
can do just like some exercises, Kegels, for
Yeah,
example.
okay.
Sure.
Just strengthening that whole area. Kegels are very important.
Okay. Do you still do them today?
I forget often. It's like flossing. When you remember, but
Yeah.
and you feel good
But the
about
nice
it.
thing
but
is when you remember, you can do it literally right away, no matter
That's
where
it,
you are.
where
You
you
don't.
go.
It's not like flossing, where
it,
you know.
that's true. And they say you should like associate like when you're driving and having your coffee in the morning. Just, do 20
Sure.
kind of thing. Yeah.
I like that that advertising campaign. Kegels. It's like flossing.
But not
Put up
really.
on billboards.
How do you? This is another dumb guy question.
Yeah.
How do you know that you're doing a Kegel? Like how?
You can feel it.
Yeah, I think it's just like tightening the muscles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm now doing
Guys
them
can
too.
do Kegels.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I can Kegel.
Yeah,
can
guys can
Kegel?
do Kegels for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm doing them right now.
Yeah. Look at me.
How though? What am I doing? What?
Like, imagine yourself tightening that whole area.
Your pelvic floor, just
Yeah.
tighten. Just-
Yeah.
There
like
it
the
is.
under area.
Yeah.
Am I doing that?
I have no idea.
Can somebody check?
There is no way for me to know.
No.
How would I know? How do you know you're doing it though?
You just
just
can
feel
You can feel it.
It feels like you're working out that muscle.
Yeah.
It feels like you're tightening it.
Feels
Yeah.
like you're that area.
The what?
That didn't help, Brady.
No.
It rhymes with. It's your gooch. It's
Oh.
like the tightening
Yeah.
of that
My
area.
what?
Oh, I hate that word, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's the under area, the middle area, all that right in there.
Yeah.
You just you try and pull it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, try
It's
and
like
suck it in.
it's like you have to pee and then you're stopping yourself from doing that
Oh,
kind
that's
of thing.
a great
Oh, is
way
that-
of putting it. Yeah,
Oh,
kind
that's
of.
different. You guys have described it 3 different ways.
See, for me,
don't
it's
think
not
so.
that. Yeah, I
I
guess
don't
it is
think
kind
it's
of
really
that.
that.
It's
No.
kind of that.
Sort of that.
But, like,
It's kind of that. Yeah.
close to that.
10
Yeah.
times harder.
Right.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be squeezing or pushing, or I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Here's good, Mahler. If you're doing it, your area should move. Your,
But which I've got like a few areas there.
your.
You should see a doctor.
Now that's something to be concerned about. Yeah.
Now I understand the confusion.
I don't know, but I feel like Jenny's area is different than
Tighten
your
the one
area.
in
No,
the
Yes,
middle.
it is.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Jenny's area is different than your area, Rush.
far
Yeah,
as I
she's a
know.
girl and I'm a boy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
So that's the private part.
Yes.
Is the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
the
should
area.
move.
It's sort of like
We're not
around
talking
area.
about
The way-
toes here.
No,
Yeah.
but the way Jenny's hand went, it was like more than in the middle section.
Yes.
See?
Well,
Yeah, I don't
like
know if my
back,
package
further
really
back.
moves.
Yeah, I
No?
don't know. I mean, I guess what you were doing, I suppose it could. But
It might like
you're not.
budge
Yeah.
slightly, but that's
Yeah,
not
that's
the
all that
area.
matters.
Yeah, but that's not the area that you're trying to move. You're trying to
Right.
move another area, and maybe it
And it might
shifts.
move based on that.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're not going to get there today.
No, I think you're right. I think
Why
you're
doesn't
right.
Rush just follow me to the bathroom and help me out?
I'm not going to do that.
That's not how it works.
That's not at all how it works. No.
Isn't it like when you go to the doctor and they say turn your head and cough?
No, it's not
Couldn't-
like that.
couldn't Rush feel that if it was
Mahler,
that
turn your
way?
head and Kegel.
Yeah.
Rush, go help him out.
This is the thing you have to do on your own. I can't do this for you.
Come on.
Oh no, but I
You know I
physically.
do it for you.
No, you couldn't. You can't. It's not that thing.
I mean, I suppose it could go and like coach you.
Yeah, you got it, Mahler. I can do that.
That's
sure.
what we've been trying to do all this
Yeah.
last 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
Let's coach him.
Stand behind me and put your hands on my shoulders and just rub me down. Let's go.
I don't know that that's going to help
No,
with
it'll,
this.
it'll
come on.
encourage me.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, if that's what it takes. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh.
That's so sweet of
friendship.
Think
you.
of how many people are doing Kegels right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
It's
is good.
true.
We
You
should maybe
think
open
so?
the show with Kegels every day.
Absolutely.
Why?
That's so heavy. Right, everybody Kegel.
Okay, a Kegel, and then let's get into it. You know,
I would have such FOMO.
Yeah? What do you mean? Because you can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys would be just kegeling your brains out, and I'd have no idea what's going on. Are all 3 of you kegeling right
Yeah.
now?
I have
Yeah.
been, yeah.
Yeah.
You have been
Yeah.
the whole time?
Not the whole time, but like
No,
on and off.
it would be
for sure.
it would be rather tiring.
Yeah.
If you
Is that why you're
Stop.
always distracted on the show?
Could be.
Wordle and Kegels. Oh, and today's
And
Wordle, by the way, is
connection.
Kegel.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
A woman on TikTok shared that she resigned from her job after being given an ultimatum by her boss to socialize more. She was responding to a post from a job recruiter who said nothing will make you more hated in a corporate environment than avoiding small talk. She said she had been working in the marketing department of an architecture firm. And in addition to not liking small talk. She said her coworkers were all friends from school or previous jobs, and she felt like an outsider. She said her coworkers would regularly hang out together, but she had a, quote, life outside of work and would skip the happy hour. Yeah. She stated, it's the reason they gave me an ultimatum, saying that if I didn't put more effort into socializing, into being a team player, I was going to get fired. She added, I was there for 8 hours a day. Why would I want to spend 2 or 3 more hours drinking with people that I wasn't even friends with?
Yeah, that's fair.
I also despise small talk. It makes me physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Among the responses, one person said, I'm paid to do my job. I'll start socializing when they start paying me for it.
There you go.
you.
Yeah,
And no, that's fair.
It is fair.
I think bosses, they want to create that environment where people are friendly and where everybody gets along inside and outside of work hours. But that's not a requirement.
No,
Like,
it's not.
You don't have to do that.
You can provide an area or circumstances that allows for that, but you can't make people do that. There's absolutely no way.
It's called forced fun.
Yeah,
you can't do
forced
that.
fun.
You can't give people a mandate of forced fun.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Trust me, people have tried.
They have tried. But if you're gonna have fun
And
with
failed.
coworkers, it's gotta come organically.
It does.
And
You
if
have
it
to wanna
doesn't,
be there.
then no. And that's why
Okay,
you can't fire
so-
someone based on that.
So a couple things. One, so like honestly, how do you explain like the Christmas party that you're kind of like frowned upon, ostracized, or whatever it might be if you don't go to that?
And that's fine, but
Right?
you can't be
It's-
fired for it. If people
No,
have their
no,
opinions of you,
but you
that's
can't-
fine.
Yeah.
No, but you can't be fired for it. But it's strongly suggested
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Right.
and if not,
You know?
people are going to have an opinion that you don't want to hang out with them, and that's fine.
And you
there's
can't
no issue
control
with
that,
that,
and that's
you
on
can't
them.
control that.
Sure.
If
That's
a
someone
them
says,
thing.
yeah, you know what, you're going to have to go to the Christmas party. We're going to fire you. That's wrong.
Very
If
different,
people have an
yeah.
That
opinion about
happened
you
to
not
me.
socialing, then that's
Not the Christmas party, but years ago when
Yeah.
I first started. You know the boss I'm talking about. He was a wingnut, and honest to God, he was like
Yeah.
actually I believe somewhat crazy.
Yeah.
And he said like you don't drink with the staff. You don't smoke up with the
Wow.
staff. People go to his office and smoke up.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't do any of that, I never got promoted.
Yep.
And he said to
That's
my
terrible.
face, you'll never get beyond the shifts you're doing now. Like, this is it. That's all. And I said, but I'm not into drinking and
Exactly.
smoking up.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. And he
Yeah.
goes,
Right.
well, that's your loss then.
That's insane to me, and that
True.
would never fly
And
now,
then I-
obviously.
And then I asked him for a letter of recommendation.
and that basically is what
He
he
said-
wrote in your letter.
Take this drink and I'll do it. Like, that's crazy.
No, I asked him for a letter of recommendation. True story. I still have it. Still going to get it framed someday.
It's a great letter.
Because I wanted to get out of there and get
Yeah.
another job.
Yeah.
Right? Or somewhere I could move up.
Fair.
And he wrote it basically saying, Mahler is never going to get beyond what he's doing now. He's very limited. And it just basically because I didn't smoke and drink.
That's
That was it.
crazy.
The letter of recommendation recommended him to have the same job he had and never go any higher.
Yeah.
First of all,
Wow.
as if
Yeah.
you never use that. And
Right.
what a passive aggressive way to get his point across.
Yeah.
You need to absolutely frame
Frame
that.
that.
That's
It's great.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And to push that kind of thing on people
Yeah.
is terrible. There's
But
always
you know
so
the guy,
much
Rush.
pressure.
Like, I mean, you didn't have a choice, right?
No,
If
and-
you didn't do that stuff, then you're blackballed.
Absolutely.
That was it.
Which
Wow.
is such
Again.
a terrible management decision, right?
And-
Like you're
and-
holding back talent.
He had a good run, and he would not. He's not working today, and
Oh,
he
boy.
wouldn't. So
No
Yeah.
kidding.
But as a young broadcaster, I thought, well, that's it.
Oh, of course you would think that.
I'm done. This guy was pretty high up in the company, let alone
Yes.
in the radio industry. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, he's just gonna I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And then he got fired.
yes.
well, no kidding.
And then I slowly moved up.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's a good haha.
Yeah. Now today I'm an alcoholic, and I had to do what I had to
No,
do.
exactly.
But isn't that awful though?
That's
Yeah.
so
That's
terrible.
wild to
What
me.
that's somebody else projecting their own his own insecurities about his habits
For
onto
sure.
other people.
It sounds like he just
I-
wants
Yeah.
friends.
I don't. He had an idea of what the industry should be. And it
And-
is.
and what it
And what it
was.
was. I was going to say, like
Yeah.
in the late 60s and the 70s and somewhat 80s, that's what the industry was.
Yeah.
And he saw that the industry was turning into a more professional place. He didn't like it. He didn't like the idea of getting a haircut and getting a real job. He didn't like that. So,
Oh my God, frame that.
Yeah.
Frame it
Yeah,
and put it in your
seriously.
office.
I've
I
always
love it.
kept it for
Yeah.
sure because it was always
Absolutely.
my motivation in
Yeah.
my career for sure.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was on air, I got this first time ever being live on the air. And the next day, I came into work, and on the desk was a letter from a listener. And it said, if you speak way too quickly, if you do not slow down, I will never listen to this station again. I mean, and it was just like devastating.
Who even allowed you to get that letter? Like who?
I know. Well, it was in an envelope and was just with my name on it.
Yeah.
I remember like crying and being so devastated. I had never done radio in my life. Like, give me a day, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Give me a day. And I still have that.
You
to
still
this
have that
day.
letter
I
too?
do,
Wow.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, I tried to slow down.
We
a bit.
should really
she
just-
wasn't wrong.
We should just wallpaper the studio in here.
Yeah, sure.
With all our
All the
negative
people
comments.
didn't believe in us.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Someone polled 3,000 people from all walks of life and asked if a poor fashion choice or two would make them say no to a second date. Okay.
Oh, this is a great question. Okay, so we all have to pretend we're single here.
Yes.
Let's see if this would make or break
Yeah,
any of those first dates.
I'm gonna make. I have a list coming
Yeah.
up that I'm gonna read to you.
Okay,
and
of all
let's see,
like
of
certain
all-
like items.
Yes. So like 13% said it wouldn't matter at all. 56% said they'd factor it in, and 31% said total deal breakers that they wouldn't go on a
Wow.
second date, even if the person seemed like a good match in other areas.
I mean, I'm definitely factoring in because
have
if your
to.
styles just don't mesh,
Right,
if you
yeah.
don't like, you don't want to sort of like resent what they're wearing later on in the relationship. You gotta vibe with the person.
See, I don't know. I just think that anybody as good looking as they can become very ugly, and it doesn't matter what they wear.
Yeah,
if
of course,
they're not a good
but if they
person.
begin not good looking in your eyes, if you don't have that initial attraction to them, if Derek showed up in like a Hawaiian shirt and and like I don't know, a spandex or something,
Yeah.
you would have been like, maybe not for me.
But if he was like firing on all other cylinders, I might be like, man, you track you.
He
But he was-
exclusively wore spandex on the
Spandex
bottoms
on the bottom,
and
a
Hawaiian shirts on the top. That's
Or he
all
was wearing
wore.
just a female muumuu.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
like-
one. Sure.
But he's the same Derek that
Yeah,
you love
same
today.
guy.
Yeah.
Moo
Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. Things in early on can be distracting, and the ick is a real thing, right? In the beginning of a relationship, before you
100%.
actually know that person's
Yeah,
heart,
yeah.
like it
Right.
can happen.
Sure.
That's
so
what I'm
sorry,
saying.
but
It's not knocking the person as a person.
spandex
It's
I
just,
can be open to. I don't know about
If
the
he was
moo-moo.
dressed like a golden girl. Like, you know what I mean?
that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. What if he curled his hair like that too? Like he went to bed with
He
curlers.
does care about his hair a lot.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
Okay, so here's one of them wearing a full tracksuit. Is that an ick? Are you done?
On the first date.
Yeah.
It depends on the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Some
you know,
people can pull it off. Like sometimes
Exactly.
it looks cool. Sometimes
sometimes people look schlubby.
you can
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Yeah.
But if it's like a vintage tracksuit, if it's like a
Right.
90s vibe, and that's kind of what you're
Yeah,
going
I'm
for.
okay with the tracksuit. I don't think that's a deal breaker for me. 28% said it was a red flag.
I'm trying to find a good tracksuit right
Are
now,
you?
actually, yeah. Why are you
Yeah.
laughing?
Because we showed you, someone messaged me earlier today, a picture of Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, who
Oh my
now has a
God.
Mahler beard
Yeah.
and looks very similar to you.
So
and
much
he was
like you.
rocking a tracksuit. It's a good look.
We now know it would suit you.
It would
You
suit
could pull
you.
it off.
Yeah.
No, he's playing in front of 50,000 people, and they're there to see him because they love
Okay.
him.
You
We can
perform in
clap
front
for
of
you.
3 every morning. Yeah.
You guys can clap for me. Okay.
Okay, how about a full designer outfit, head to toe? Like,
No,
yeah,
that's
designer.
fine by me.
It's a
I
little
just can't.
show-offy.
I can't keep up with it.
No.
Sure.
But it wouldn't end the date for me.
No.
It depends how they are wearing it. Like, are they wearing
Right.
it to
Show-offy?
try to
With
stand
labels,
out?
logos
Exactly.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But how
That's
do you know? Are
different.
they putting the logo in
Yeah.
your face?
They like bring it up. Let's say they like
Yeah.
spill a little something. They're like, oh no,
this
on
is
my whatever.
Versace
Yeah.
or something, yeah.
Then,
Okay, 1 in 4 think it's a turnoff, so not terrible. Crocs. I don't
Crocs.
have.
On a first date?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Depends
it.
where you're going. Maybe you're doing a picnic. Maybe you're going just for a walk.
Even
Well,
if you're just
first
going to
of
like a
all-
bar, I think like you can rock it. Depends on the outfit. Depends
Thank
on the
you.
outfit.
Amen,
you can totally
Brady.
make it
Crocs
work.
for life,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, what does society say on
We
that?
don't know. I don't have
Oh,
numbers for
okay.
any of these.
Okay. All right.
Oversized sunglasses, especially if it's nighttime.
Like those big funny ones you get at the dollar store?
That I appreciate.
With the really small like arms
Yeah,
on them. Yeah.
Yeah, those ones.
Ah man. Yeah. No, baby, keep those
No,
on.
yeah. And anything with huge logos on it. So we sort of touched on that already. A shirt that's way too tight. Ankle socks with sneakers.
What? Why is
Whatever.
that bad? I'm wearing those right now.
I wear
Yeah.
ankle socks with
Yeah,
sneakers.
me
Is that
too.
bad?
I got them on right now.
I guess it depends
that
what else
weird?
you're wearing, I suppose.
No, that was bad.
Yeah, I
And
didn't know
then
it was bad. Huh?
ripped skinny jeans on the list as well.
Okay.
A few more that could ruin your chances. 14% would be turned off by a man purse. Fedoras at 14%.
Whoa. Would you be
Hey.
turned off by a man purse?
No.
No?
not
a
at all.
satchel?
Yeah, satchel is cool. Like if you can pull off a satchel, like Brady could pull off a satchel.
What about a
thank you.
fanny pack if I walked in with a fanny pack?
I'm okay with it.
Come on. I've rocked a fanny pack.
That's what I mean.
I'll rock a fanny pack before a Merce.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
then I'm picturing Derek with all these things. Derek with a fanny pack just doesn't work.
In a moo-moo.
Love you. And finally, a vest with overly large armholes. That's so specific.
Who wrote this? Yeah. Whoever wrote this, that happened. That exact thing happened to them
no
one time.
Absolutely. Oh, too funny.
I would almost give anybody, if I was physically attracted to them with their face
Yeah.
and their eyes and everything like that, it doesn't matter what they're. The second date will make or break
I
it.
completely agree. You give them a chance, unless it's the moo you give them a chance on the first one, a pass. Everybody's
Right.
nervous. Everybody,
Yeah.
maybe they were trying to make a statement, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you see on the second one if they're still,
What I can't unsee is Derek in a moo with a fanny pack.
with a fanny pack. Yeah. Do you own a moo?
I have like a big oversized cover up for a bathing suit.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
have a fanny pack.
And you have a fanny pack.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what's happening tonight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just need to.
Tonight.
Why do I want this to happen?
You
Yeah,
gotta style his
please.
hair like he's a golden girl as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that's amazing.
That would be amazing. I'm attracted to Derek.
Yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now it's time to play Brady's on the morning hot tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
He
Hey.
gets too excited.
I do get very excited for this. It's Brady's Game of Joy where every week I make the rules. They got to do whatever I say. Guys, I have a challenge for you. And if anybody can do it, it's the two of you. You're creative.
Nope.
You're witty.
Nope,
Some might say you're geniuses.
I wouldn't.
Thank you.
And above all, you're inspiring.
Nope.
Look, it's been a long school year, right? As it always is. Yeah, very long.
April.
Very
That's
long.
it.
May,
Okay.
June. There's still like
Kids
3 months away.
Have been grinding.
Okay, it's a stretch to start us
Grinding.
off. Okay.
And we're in that, seventh inning stretch part of the year where
Okay.
it's hard to find that motivation.
Is it?
But it's officially spring and the end is near. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to speak to and motivate students out there. I want every teacher listening to be able to take this clip and play it for their students to help get them over that hump. Get them to the end of the school year. All right?
The way you're talking, you should be doing this.
I think
You're
so.
sounding very
guys. I am
inspirational.
no
I agree.
Mahler. I am no Rush.
well-
Okay, but you guys are.
Okay.
But since, of course, it's a game of joy, you got to do it in a certain way.
Of course we do.
It's the alphabet challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are going to alternate.
Oh, boy.
Okay. You're going to be doing. It's going to be one line each, and you got to go through the entire.
One
alphabet.
line
So-
or one word?
No, we're going to do one line.
Okay.
One line.
One line. So
It has to start with that letter,
It's got to start
though.
with that letter. So Mahler, your first
boy.
line is going to start with A, and then B, and then C. Are you familiar with the alphabet?
Yeah,
I've heard of
try.
it, yes.
All right. Excellent.
I'm
Okay.
just wondering. I'm trying to do fast math.
Yeah.
Which one of us gets the X?
I love your optimism that we're getting that far.
No, of course you are. You guys are extremely talented.
Sure,
and
sure.
do I need to do the speech again?
No,
I
let's
will
go.
do the speech
Let's
again.
go. Come on.
Okay, are you guys
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
All right, inspire.
Like a Band-Aid. Let's
today's
rip this
news.
off.
Here we go.
Okay.
All of you here today look great.
Be excited about your future and all that is set to happen for you.
Calm down, calm down. Yes, we are Mahler and Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Don't applaud now. There'll be time for that later.
Wow, very cocky.
Everyone will have a chance for a signed autograph after the ceremony.
Okay.
Finally, Mahler and Rush are here to speak to you.
Is it really just about you guys the whole time, or?
Gee, you know, when I think about all the people that came out to see us, I forget that we're even at a ceremony. It just seems like this is all about Mahler and Rush.
Hello. We are Mahler and Rush.
I am Mahler. That's Rush.
Just kidding. We've got a lot more we would like to say.
Oh, good. We're gonna get into that. Okay.
Okay, Rush, you brought up a great point about
good.
saying a lot of things, but it'll mainly be focused on you and I and why we're here today.
Listen, if we can get back to Mahler and Rush for a second before we go on, there's a lot more we would like to say.
Mahler and Rush, yes, it's true. I heard you from the front row. We are here.
No, you're not dreaming. We are really here today.
Open your hearts to the idea that we are here, you are there, and together we're one.
Please, please, please hold your applause until we're finished.
Quiet down now. We have some things we want to say on behalf of everybody who's on this stage right now.
Okay.
Remember, hold your applause until we're finished.
Say, Rush, is there something that you'd like to say that I couldn't say, or vice versa?
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
What?
No.
What?
You're a T.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
He was doing so
Time
well.
for me to go back to school. I've forgotten the alphabet.
Did you say, I've forgotten the alphabet?
I forgot the alphabet.
I'm going to do it.
And your accent, apparently. Wow.
Ultimately,
Oh, good word.
this is going to wrap up shortly, and we hope that you've learned something from this speech.
Very good. You have listened, and you are a great audience. You've held your applause until the end. Now, please feel free to applaud us.
Welp, I don't want to get emotional, but you guys are wonderful. We've never had a standing ovation this quickly into any of our speeches.
Oh, here it comes.
Xavier, thank you so much for the applause.
Is that Xavier out
That's
there?
Xavier over
there
there.
he
Thank you
is.
very much.
Yes. Yes, it's so nice to see Xavier here, especially after last year's accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rush.
Zoinks! I'm impressed by how great you were, and again, good luck in your future.
Wow. Well
Yeah,
done,
thank
guys.
you, thank
Very,
you.
very
So
inspiring.
if you want to send that out to the schools,
I will.
that'd
Yeah,
be great.
I think that's going to really help a lot of children.
Sorry about forgetting the alphabet.
Yeah. And shout out to Xavier and his
Back to Q for some reason. I
terrible
don't-
accident that he
Yeah.
went through.
Xavier's going to be fine, Brady.
Yeah, he's gonna be
He
fine.
was there this year.
Oh,
so,
Zoinks.
Zoinks!
Zoinks and whelp. Not well. You could have just said well.
could have said
But you went with whelp.
Well, thanks, Brady.
Well done, guys.
That is
Great
the
job.
game of, stupid joy. On the Morning Hot Tub.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
A study of 34 ghosters. They were interviewed by researchers from California State University.
Ghosters?
Ghosters, like if you get ghosted by somebody.
Oh, this isn't someone
Yeah.
like you that likes to hunt for ghosts.
ghost
No,
hunter.
not a ghost
Oh,
hunter. I would have
gotcha.
said ghost hunter. No, these are ghosters.
And they're not Ghostbusters.
Very different. No. Yes.
Ghostbusters.
And one trait seemed to summon their spooky tendencies. Clinginess.
Okay.
Yeah, ghosters
So this
reported-
music we have in the background
Yeah.
is not really...
No.
That's fine.
It's ghosting music.
It's ghosting.
It's ghosting.
I know, but it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is very confusing.
I don't think it's confusing.
So you're saying if someone is too clingy, they will get ghosted.
Exactly. Like ghosters reported
Possessed.
being triggered by pushy or clingy behavior. Psychologist Gwendolyn Seidman said those partners may have taken the easy way out in order to avoid the drama of a straightforward breakup.
You know what the easy way out is?
To have a straightforward breakup?
Through a portal.
Oh,
Through a
there's
yeah.
no portals in
Hop in the portal,
dating.
Get out of there.
God.
There is.
For those who have been ghosted, it may be best to move on.
Uh-huh.
So here's a
Through a
quote. If
portal.
one or two of your attempts to interact are met with a lack of response, then move on from your ghoster. It is simply not a good fit.
You
Well,
know,
yeah, you can't
that's a
keep
good
pushing.
name for a dating app, actually, the Portal.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
that's
a good
Oh,
idea.
that
I
is
like
a
that.
good idea.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
It's
Okay,
it's
good.
a ghost app.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a ghost
especially
app.
for people who want to ghost hunt together.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to find someone to have like a,
Or if you want to date
know?
a ghost.
Yeah.
You want to date
Oh,
a ghost.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough to do. But
Is it?
well, from what I've heard. Yeah.
What have you heard?
Oh, remember there was this one woman from
She
like,
married a
Married
ghost.
the
She
ghost.
married the
Yeah.
ghost,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So dating the ghost went well for her.
So
Yeah,
I would
I-
say she'd be our spokesperson.
I think they got divorced. Didn't
No, it didn't work out.
divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't present.
That really,
pretty good.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
No, there's got to be a dating app about like ghost and
Ghost enthusiast.
paranormal stuff. Oh yeah,
Sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. There's a.
You know what? There's a
dating app
Yeah,
for
I
that.
think there's dating apps for like everything now. If
Sure.
you have like any sort of like-minded interest in whatever.
Right.
Yeah, ghostsingles.com.
There it is.
There it is.
There it
and
is.
so what
Well,
is it? You're
it's gone
dating a
now.
ghost
Yeah,
or
it used to exist, but I guess they.
Oh,
It's a niche market.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Oh, Supernatural Dating Society is another one.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see if that still
if
exists.
you were a single lady, would you want to date somebody who's into that? That would be a plus for you.
Oh,
Like to me, it would be a
Yeah.
red flag.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it would never occur to me to try to seek somebody out, like at that level.
Right.
And it might worry me if they were on the ghost site, like the ghost enthusiast site.
Why?
But they might
Why?
be
I feel
looking.
like it might be.
They're
take
looking
over
for
their
someone
lives.
like you, though.
Yeah, but
They're
I
a
put
golf
that in
pro. They make good
Yeah.
money. They're kind to your child, and they just happen to really believe in that spirit world.
But see, that's a little thing that you add to your profile on a regular dating
Okay.
site.
All right.
That's all. That would stick out to me. Just like
Okay,
ghost
so
enthusiast.
now let's just say, so you're not really into somebody who's really into the paranormal
Right.
thing. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So let's say this is the golf pro, good to your kid, just very friendly, kind. And a ghost.
No.
You wouldn't date the person?
Come on,
Okay, so
I
that's a
have-
deal breaker for you.
I have a line.
And the undead is where the line is.
Yes,
Okay.
the
Oh, it'd be so
undead.
easy to date a ghost, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it would be such a breeze.
Communication would be tough.
Why?
Well, because it would be hard to communicate clearly with a ghost. Really. You
Well,
might
for some
get
people
signs.
listening, it's like they're married to a ghost already.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
not much of a stretch. to
Yeah.
be-
That's it, at
Yeah.
least. And you know what? And they need to find their happiness. So I just feel like if you're going to have a tough time communicating with your ghost, why get into that? You
Yeah,
know?
they also speak very slowly, you
Yes.
know?
To-
Yeah. Honey, what do you want for dinner? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very
and can't
annoying.
even give a straight answer.
That's true, yeah.
First of all, it's not a 60s movie.
Yeah.
I think ghosts have advanced
I don't
a
know
little
that
bit.
I don't know if they have.
I don't know.
No,
I think they have a little bit.
And can you take a ghost anywhere, or do they have to stay in their home?
no, you can take a ghost anywhere. Energy
Like
can
out for
move.
dinner?
Okay.
Yeah, energy
Really?
can move. They're free to go wherever they want.
So, but when they're sitting in the car with you and
Yeah.
you're driving, let's say, to your local chicken restaurant.
Right.
So you're going there. I mean, are they moving with the car? Are they moving on their own and just sort of acting like they're in the car?
Just like running.
That's a great question.
Question, yeah.
Great question.
They're like Fred
they're
Flintstoning.
floating and sort of flying around, right?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that's what they do. They can go through walls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they can, and this is the
So
thing.
they're
like,
pretending to
they're,
sit in the car.
They're pretending
Yeah,
to
that
sit in the
makes
car,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
I would imagine that, yes.
Or do
Okay.
they go, ooh, I'll meet you at the restaurant?
I'm going to beat you there.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think the ghost would probably be very frustrated that you can't go through portals.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be frustrating, I can imagine. Yeah.
But they would know that going in.
Yeah.
It's not like you're surprising them on the
But
eighth
you know what's
date.
going to happen? The ghost is going to get tired of this and be like, yeah, you can't go through the portal. I have to go this
Yeah.
way. So eventually, there's not an option for the ghost to then come back to regular life.
Right.
It's
So
true. You're
the ghost
problem,
is
not
going
the
to
ghost.
kill you so you can go through
No,
portals.
I'm only
The
the
ghost
problem.
would be constantly trying to
Oh,
kill you.
kill me so that I can portal.
Yeah, and it'd be like,
jump.
come on, life
Right.
is better when you're dead.
Also,
Said the
let's
ghost.
face it, the
Like
ghost,
Beetlejuice.
the ghost is cheating on you left, right, and center.
Sure.
They're going into a portal. You don't know what's
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
in there.
Oh, you're
You'd
right.
never be able to catch
No.
him ever.
Oh, God. And you can't even, like.
He's got like 10 other ghosts on the go in there, and you have
yeah.
no idea.
It's like
No.
harem after harem in the
Yeah.
portals.
That's next level humiliation.
Yeah.
Like I've always said, there's nothing worse than being cheated on because it's just humiliating.
Right.
He's going to another portal with
Yeah.
10 other ghosts.
Yeah.
That's right.
Man.
And you have no idea.
And I have no clue.
Right.
Oh, talk about
Until you
next
get
level.
a ghost STD.
It's true.
It's STI.
Sorry, sorry.
Come on, Mahler.
No,
Get with it.
but he's old.
Right.
You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
he's a ghost.
That's
he's dead.
it.
From
Yes.
the
So
1500s.
for him, it's an
Right.
STD.
He's got scurvy.
Yeah. And he's always carrying chains with him for some reason. Yeah.
Why have my standards dropped so low?
I don't
And I'm
know.
dating the old ghost with
Yeah.
scurvy and
You're
chains.
dating him.
Yeah.
Your choice, man. You went on the portal app.
Yeah. It's all you.
It's my own fault.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.